Okay, so doing this again. So apparently I cannot switch windows while I'm recording. So, just on the way home, and I was thinking, what is a Gentile? A Gentile is someone that's not a Jew. And I just Googled it. You can type the same thing in, and it'll bring up the exact same answer. Well, a Gentile was the biblical definition. Did not say not a Jew. That is a really crappy answer to that question. So, what is a Gentile? A Gentile is someone who does not know Jehovah. And, you'll hear all kinds of people that go to church saying, well, the Jews, the Jews, the Jews, the Jews. I'm not saying Jews, I'm saying Jew. So, yes, Yeshua was a Jew, without a doubt. Now, if you remember in Revelation, I don't remember the chapter and verse at the moment, but it had said that, you will hear many that claim to be Jews, but are not. And I believe this was to one of the churches, and I don't remember which, but it's in the letters to the churches, so up to verse 5 or 6, I believe. Anyway, so it said, that there are those who call themselves Jews but are not. Well, I'm going to expound on this a little bit for you real quick. We can, look back and say that, the Jews came from the tribe of Judah. So that is one tribe out of 12. There are 12 tribes of Israelites. Not all of them are Jews. You have the Benjaminites, you have the Reubenites, you have the Simeonites, of course the tribe of Judah. So, the 12 tribes of Israel. Well, I contend that you want to be a Jew. And I'm not talking about someone from the tribe of Judah. If you are not a Jew, in the sense that I'm talking about, then you don't belong to Yeshua. What I mean by that, and I'm pretty sure that none of you have read the rules for Levites and stuff like that. I'm almost certain that none of you have bothered to look at the rules for the high priest, and so on and so forth. And I'm going to say 100% sure that you've never heard what I'm going to tell you, other than maybe I mentioned it a time or two before in my videos. If you are the bride of Christ, then you had better be a Jew. And let me explain that to you. You see, a high priest could only marry of his own tribe. He could not marry a virgin from the tribe of Dan, Naphtali, Reuben, Benjamin, and that's all the tribes I can remember at the moment. But the high priest could not marry anyone outside of his tribe. So, and that was, I was just using, the tribe of Judah as an example because that's the tribe that Yeshua was from. You see, the high priest could not marry anyone outside his own tribe. He cannot marry a woman that is divorced or put away, nor could he marry a widow. The bride had to be a virgin from the high priest tribe. Now, back then, it was, they had to be a virgin from the tribe of Levi. Well, the Levitical priesthood is done and over with. Well, the rule still applies for the high priest. He can only marry a virgin from his own tribe, and that's it. It has to be a virgin from the tribe that the high priest is of. So Yeshua was a Jew. He was from the tribe of Judah. And we have us, being the bride of Christ. Well, if we are not a virgin from the tribe of Judah, we cannot be his bride. We can't. And that's biblical rules. That's not Ben's rules that he just made up to make it sound good and give me something to talk about. Because I have plenty of stuff I can talk about. But now whether it's going to edify you and build you up and teach you something, it's a different story. But this is meant to build you up, edify you, and kind of get you going on the right road. And by the way, I'm in my driveway now, which is why it's going to get real bumpy. But I'm going to try to go slowly. So, if you are not identifying as the bride of Christ, then you are not his. In Revelation, in the letter to the church, where it says, I know that essentially they put up with people that call themselves Jews but are not. These are people that claim that they belong to Yeshua. And they don't. But they also try to get you to believe that they are the chosen ones. But yet they do not identify with the Messiah. They don't know who he is. They don't know what he did. They insist that he disobey the Father. And obviously that is not correct. But if we want to be labeled as his bride, then we must be that virgin. We must. Now, I'm going to say something that I have been avoiding talking about because it jumps us a lot further ahead in the timeline of Revelation than everyone is wanting to realize. We are into the trumpet judgments. They have not begun as of yet. But we're waiting for them to start sounding. And I didn't want to talk about this for the simple fact that there are so many that have bought into this church gets to get out of here idea. Well, obviously that's not what the word says. Because he is coming back once. And that's it. When he comes back, then he will set up his kingdom. And he will bring everyone into his kingdom once he sets it up. Well, if you are to be a virgin, then you would have had to have died, since, we're human. We cannot, kill ourselves and then bring ourselves back to life because, well, that's not in our power. There's only one that had that power. But, please go read the rules for a high priest. Go read those, and I will attempt to expound upon this at a later date. Right now, I just pulled up to my house. I will continue a teaching on this, and I will do my best to make sure I get as much scripture backing for this as possible, because I know that there's a lot of you that are hungry, but you just don't know where to go. And as long as I have breath, and as long as I have a means to get the truth out to you, I will do so. And which I have a feeling that's going to be a long time, relatively speaking, of course. I've told you that the Lord will be back very soon. And, I know that there's a lot of people that have no idea who he is, what he's done, and I aim to change that. I want you to know exactly what he's done, why he's done it. So, please, while there's time, I'm not going to expect every one of you to be where I am as far as understanding the word. Am I perfect? No, I'm not. Do I strive to be? Yeah, I do. I strive very hard. Which means that when I fall, I get a bloody nose. But I pick myself up, wipe myself off, and I keep going. And I do carry the wounds of my failures. Carry them with me every day. But we are commanded to pick up our cross and follow him. So either we are going to strive to be as he was so that we can be with him when he comes, or we are going to continue to do what we want to do and not follow him. Let's not do that. That does not end us in a good spot. It actually ends us in a terrible spot. So, I'm asking you, please search your heart, and if you're okay with things being as they are, and you think that this world is all there is, please know it's not, and know that the ruler of this world right now wants to see you dead. He doesn't want any good thing for you. And There are quite a few things that are going to be happening pretty quickly that are not good. So please, please search your heart and know that I'm here if you need anything, prayers, help with anything, then get a hold of me. Whether it be on here, leave me a message. I'll try to remember to put my email address so that way you can email me with prayer requests, anything. I'm not here for myself. I'm here for each one of you. As I've always said, I get nothing out of these at all. All I'm doing is just discharging my duty. And I will do so until I no longer have a breath in my body. Because I have nothing else. This purpose that's been put in my heart is what keeps me going. Because this world's terrible and I don't want anything to do with it. The only hope I have to look forward to is Yeshua coming back. It's the only hope I have in this world. I love my wife. I love her dearly. And I will do everything I can for her. Just like I will do everything I can for each one of you. So please understand that when I tell you that it's going to get bad very quickly, a lot worse than anyone has thought of, and just know that each one of you I care for deeply. But please ready yourself, because there will be a time when you will cry out for Yeshua. But it will be too late, because even if he answered, even if he showed up right in front of you, you still would not be obedient and obey him. So please understand that I'm not exaggerating. I have a tendency not to do that. And even the people that I work with, should know that, but some of them don't. But please know that I'm here. The Lord's always there, and he can listen to you a lot quicker than I can. But I will do my best to respond to anyone, any questions, any comments. Please get a hold of me if you need me. Because it doesn't matter what time it is, I will do what I can. That may not be a lot in some cases, it may just be pray. But you can bet that I will pray and I will fast for anything that you ask for. I will go before Jehovah and I will petition him on your behalf. And my first petition would be that you would come to know him. Because everything that's coming, he's bringing so that way we can be refined. So we can get the love of this world out of us. And please know that once you set your mind to that road, it will be different, and the devil will come after you. But know that in the end, Yeshua wins. He will not lose. So please take care. Shalom. And hope to see you all very soon.